I've got to tell you guys, I outdid myself with this one. I don't know if it's, come on in, come here, come on up, come on up. I don't know if it's because I was hungry or what it was, but this was delicious. Okay, bless you, Bernoulli. Sorry, my dog's taking over. I'm really blown away by how well this all went together and how good it tastes. We're gonna jump right into it. I've showed you guys how to make the cauliflower before, but this is my vegan meal preps. And to be honest with you guys, this is really what helps me cut so much weight, is cutting out the meat and the fats like that. Now this time we're gonna be making a chili rice. So just chili flakes and rice with some lentils, along with oven roasted cauliflower that I've shown you guys how to make before, with some fresh pico. I didn't need hot sauce, I didn't need anything on it. It was truly delicious, so stick with me. Hopefully you guys like it, and if not, I don't know what to tell you. So you all know the drill here. I'm gonna save you guys the time. I already cut up my cauliflower into like the little steaks here and laid it out on my tray. Now I will say we're gonna do things a little different because I have garlic infused olive oil that I made because I had to make some garlic confit for Thanksgiving. So what we're gonna do different now is I'm gonna take some of this infused garlic olive oil. You can use regular olive oil, or if you wanna make olive oil like this is garlic infused, I've shown you guys how to make it before, you can do that. And I'm just gonna slowly but surely drizzle this all over my cauliflower to give it a little bit more flavor before we go in and season it. Help that season stick. Well, yeah, get it all over there. In the meantime, you can go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You guys know the drill. I've shown you guys how to make the cauliflower before, but this time I'm just gonna go into the whole vegan meal preps for you all. Get all this done, and boom, all covered up. Get it all over there, rub it in a little bit. And then we're gonna come in with our seasoning that I have just released a short for on the actually how to make this. I know I was holding it off on you guys, but here we go. We're just gonna come in there and we're gonna season each one of our pieces of cauliflower up real nice. Make sure every piece is coated. And it's gonna be real garlicky, which, hey, I'm not complaining about that, that's for sure. Try to make as much of a mess as possible. You all know how I do it. I have to have a dirty kitchen pretty much constantly at this point. All right, once we did that side, we're gonna go and flip it over. You all know the drill. Flip them on over. And luckily, it looks like the olive oil has started to like go ahead and coat the other side. So I'm just gonna go in with a light drizzle. Not like I did with the green bean recipe where I ended up pouring like a ton of rice vinegar in it. We're gonna go light. I had my own 2 shots of vodka moment in that video. But that's a mistake you make once. You live, you learn from it. But now we're gonna cover this side with olive oil. Once that's ready to go, I'm gonna throw it into my 400 degree preheated oven. All right, so I'm now gonna take some washed rice. I'm using the Hagen rice, which is a kind of a cross between a brown and white rice. This is a medium grain rice. I've gone ahead and rinsed it 3 times, got all the starches out of there, and we're gonna spice this rice up a little bit. We're gonna be making a chili rice. So I like to start all my rices. I added a little bit more water too than what you would typically would do. I like to spice up my rices, especially whenever I'm eating vegan, and I'm gonna add 4 spoonfuls of red and regular lentils in here. This will just give it a little bit more protein. And then to make it the chili rice, I like to take some chili flakes that I got from a local Asian market. I had a bunch left over from whenever I was making chili oils and such. So I'm gonna do 2 big spoonfuls of that in there. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this does not have any heat at all. This is just a chili flake. There's not much seed in there. So really, to me, it doesn't have much kick. I'm then gonna take some chili crisp, open that up, And then I'm gonna add this in here, just a big spoonful of this. And just like that, I'm gonna stir it up. And I'm gonna throw this into my rice cooker on the white rice setting. And that's it. So the lentils cook with the rice. It works out well. And these are dry lentils. The chili flakes end up doing it. And I will tell you guys, I'll tell you right now, when you smell like the steam coming off of the rice with all the chili oil and chili flakes and all that, oh my gosh, it's incredible. You know what? Actually, I'm forgetting one thing. I blended up a bunch of garlic because I got tired of cutting up garlic cloves every time I cook. So I just threw some garlic in a food processor. I'm gonna make this a chili garlic rice. I'm gonna throw a bunch of garlic in there. And I'm just gonna throw this on my rice cooker now. And now while our rice and cauliflower is going, we're gonna make a fresh pico. So I have 6 Roma tomatoes and 2 jalapenos. I got 1 large one, 1 medium to small sized one. And we're gonna go ahead and just start cutting up our tomatoes. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. I'm actually gonna remove the inside and the seeds, and I'm just gonna use the outside. So I'm gonna remove the flesh, and we're just gonna use the outside of the tomatoes here to make our pico. I'm not gonna bore you guys with this, so I'll show you guys one, and then I will cut to whenever I have all my tomatoes done, so that you guys don't have to sit here for 10 minutes while I do all of this. So let's knock this first one out. You know, while I have you guys here, I'm actually really kind of happy with where my YouTube channel has grown to so far. I'm gaining subscribers pretty consistently now. I'm up to 130 subscribers at the time of me filming this. And I'm averaging over 100 views per video, which is pretty nice. I'd like to grow it a little bit more, but I'm kind of happy with where it's at right now. Things are going well for me, and I'm enjoying it, and hopefully you guys are enjoying my cooking videos. And if you are, leave a like, subscribe, comment what you want to see next. I'm always trying to make new things and try to learn more about cooking, so if you have any advice for me, I'll take that as well. I'm not a professional. I'm nowhere near a professional at really anything at this point. But I appreciate you guys watching, especially if you're tagging along. I understand these videos can drag on, especially since I'm not the most entertaining while I'm cooking, and I don't have a professional film crew. So once I cut them up into strips, I'm just gonna come in here and I'm just gonna dice them up into small little pieces. Struggle to do that. Okay. The skins just make things so difficult on me. And I have a pretty good knife here. Maybe I'm just gonna, there we go. But you just gotta have fun while you're cooking. That's the key. Right now, if it tells you guys anything, and I understand I'm not using proper technique with this knife right now with my fingers. As I've said in my other videos, hey, if I cut a finger off, it's good content and extra protein. Right now, I'm standing on bits of cauliflower, and they're about to drive me crazy from whenever I cut the cauliflower up earlier. But what do you expect? What do you expect in a Jared's Cooks video? But yeah, the reason why I'm doing pico at this, you might be like chili rice, cauliflower, and pico. I'm just trying to get as many vegetables in as possible. And whenever I eat like this, just like this whole foods and all that, it's hard for me to gain weight at all. I literally just lose weight, which I don't know about y'all, but I like being skinny, so I'm trying to find myself a sugar mama. But yeah, we just got our first one done. Let me get to the rest of these, and then I'll come right back whenever I'm done. Now, I know you guys were worried sick, but Jared, we need you to show us how to cut up the jalapenos. Don't worry, I got you guys. You'll notice I'm sitting outside all of my scraps. That's because I'm working on another recipe that I'll show you guys at a later date. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my jalapeno, and I'm gonna run my knife through here to try to cut away the sides, because I'm removing the seeds on here as well. And unfortunately, one of the tomatoes that I got was bad. So instead of 6, I'm only gonna use 5. Which maybe I'll add a disclaimer whenever I say that, but I'm just gonna pull the seeds out of here. Now I am gonna use the seeds of my other jalapeno, but I'm not gonna overload this pico with spice. But I'm just gonna, like I did with the tomato, cut this thing up into strips. And then I'm going to just dice it up. And I'm throwing both of these jalapenos in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my onion, my red onion. A lot of people will tell you to do white onion, yellow onion. You can do that. I like the antioxidants that come along with a red onion. Or, well, not really or, and we're gonna use the juice of one lime in here as well. We're gonna get as much flavor in there as possible. Let's just finish cutting up this one jalapeno. And we'll just cut ahead now that I've shown you guys really the whole process of cutting up this jalapeno. And we'll go ahead and then I'll cut up this other one, and then we'll jump to the onion. Now that we have both our jalapenos cut up, we're gonna use half of one red onion. Get the sticker off there. Yeah, I know, cut with the root, cut the root in half, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I'm gonna set that aside. I'm gonna use this for something else. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm gonna use it for that. Then I'm just gonna pull off this onion skin. And I'm gonna just dice up this red onion now. If you guys wanna guess in the comment what I'm sitting all of these scraps to the side for, is it a compost? What could it be? Yeah, go ahead and comment in the comments. That's funny, that was bad. Go ahead and leave a comment and tell me what you think I'm gonna do with all of these vegetable scraps. Dice up my red onion. I could have done this about 1,000 different ways, and all of them would have been better than the way that I'm currently doing it, but dang it. That's all right. I'm not dicing this up the proper way, but that's, you know, I'm not complaining. That's the thing about cooking. If someone's eating it from you, they shouldn't be complaining. And if you're eating it, you're the only one who has to suffer if you do something wrong. So, I mean, who cares? Why don't you just go cook? And I like a lot of red onion. So, and I don't mind having big chunks in there. It's going to be worked in my food as well. I'm not going to be eating this with chips and salsa. Or, well, really just the chips. I don't have any chips. But if you guys want to see me make tortillas, I could show you guys how to make tortillas and tortilla chips. I do have a tortilla press. Dang, this was the worst way to cut up a red onion, and I might cut my finger off. So stay tuned. And I didn't. It's a miracle. Go ahead and throw the rest of this red onion in there. And I'm getting a call from a spammer, so hopefully that doesn't impact my video. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. I'm gonna cut this in half. And oh wait, Jared, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna juice this lime into your bowl? I have technology. So I'm gonna take 1/2 of my lime, juice that up in there. I'm gonna take the other half of my lime, juice that as well. And wow, Jared, you just juiced the lime. Yeah, and you could do the same if you just buy a lime and lemon juicer. I'm not gonna throw this into my kitchen scraps because that would be a weird for what I am gonna be making. Then I'm gonna take about a clove of garlic, throw that in there. And then, uh-oh. What's Jared gonna do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this isn't good. Oh, Bernoulli's coming. I'm gonna add a sprinkle of salt in here. You know, I have to set my morals to the side every now and again. And I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of salt in there. Then, you're just gonna mix that all on up. I understand my garlic's frozen and it's not gonna break up easily. It's gonna take some time for that to melt, but oh my gosh. And that is one beautiful pico. Okay, I need to mix it a little bit better here, but oh my goodness, that looks beautiful. It looks delicious. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's get a good spoonful here. That's a lot of pepper in that spoonful. Mmm. They're hot. Woo! I got some. Woo! It's a little spicy, but I'll take it. As you all know, I run a professional show here, but I forgot something. Cilantro. I just forgot it in the fridge. I'm gonna trim some of these leaves off here. Take that stem out. Hi, Bernoulli. You coming to join my show? Come on, come here. What you up to? And I'm just gonna dice up my cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, I know there's some of us that have the soap gene. You don't have to put any cilantro in there, but I like cilantro. I'm gonna put about 2 tablespoons worth of cilantro in there. I'm gonna mix it back up. Wow. My lips are still burning from that first bite. I've had a few more since then. That first bite, I guess I just bit into like 15 seeds. Didn't mix it enough, but now that's much better. With the cilantro, the garlic, red onion, tomato, jalapeno, a lime, fire. You gotta make that pico. Let's go ahead and cut when the rest of my stuff's done. Let's get into it.